Peace and power, blessings and honor. It's King Leon, next to Human Liberator. This is episode 101 of Take Charge of Your Life. Episode 101 of Take Charge of Your Life. It's our midday self-mastery, self-motivation series, but it's not midday right now. It's actually almost midnight where I'm at. But we did not forget, and we're still making the choice every single day. We choose to practice a few simple disciplines and correct our errors in judgment. Today's topic, because I was doing it earlier, but it cut me off. Today's topic is how long will you wait? Right? It's our goal. You have a purpose. The purpose of life is to find your purpose and to live and radiate that. Live it out. If you're not actively pursuing a definite major purpose, you're committing spiritual suicide. If you're not making the choice and choosing prosperity over scarcity, choosing abundance over lack, choosing self-discipline over neglect, choosing health over sickness, right? You don't just become sick magically in one day. Sickness is a byproduct of a few errors in your judgment that you repeat every day. Success, likewise, is just a few simple disciplines practiced every day. Because those errors or the simple disciplines, they're both will become habits. Only thing, we're slaves to habits. You can only replace habit with habit. If we must be slaves to habit, you might as well be slaves to good habits. So this is why we take charge of your life. This is episode 101. If I say something that resonates with you, you type make the choice. Because we're choose every day we make the choice. We choose opportunity. We choose to become the change that we want to see. We choose to examine our life, to self-evaluate. We choose to write down our goals and our dreams and our purpose and our feelings and our emotions. We choose to document our journey. An unexamined life is not worth living. So we don't do what most people do because we know if we do what most people do, we'll have what most people have. And what do most people have? How do most people end up? Based on my research and studies, most people end up broke and embarrassed. And then they're explaining why they're not doing well instead of celebrating their accomplishments and celebrating their legacy and the inheritance that they're leaving on their name and for the bloodlines to come. You do what most people do, you have what most people have. Most people don't have a foundation to stand on internally. Their entire foundation is something external. Even though they say, then they claim God and they believe God, but then they affirm and complain. How can you believe God and say God, but then complain? Is there a floor of the park or not? How long will you wait? How long will you say it's something outside of yourself? How long will you say it's something outside of yourself is the reason for you not becoming who you need to be in order to have what you need to have and help who you need to help? How long will we continue to use our reflection as an excuse? How long will we wait? Right? How long will we sit back and give ourselves all these good reasons and all this leeway and all this wiggle room and all these loopholes? How long we wait? Or what are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Is that could even be a matter of fact, that's what we're going to speak about next week. Or what are we waiting for? What are you waiting for? Because seriously, you're who you've been waiting for. Like, you're the answer. You are your own problem and your own solution. You are the all. And it's all good. It's whatever you choose. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. You can't serve two masters. You have to choose righteousness or wickedness, prosperity or lack, abundance or limitation. Right? Love or fear. You see? We have to know these things. We have to, if we're not, don't get caught up in the day-to-day life and not ask yourself these questions. Because I'm here to tell you that day-to-day life, decade after decade, you'll have what they call a midlife crisis. You see? And so I'm going to interject this with a leaders or readers challenge. On my other phone, I like to read. I always have books, but then I have a lot of PDFs and stuff like that on my phone, and a lot of apps that contain a lot of books and wisdom. And so leaders or readers challenge, you pick up a book, you record yourself reading 1 to 3 pages, and you challenge your timeline to do the same. So I'm about to be reading Success is Easy, but so is neglect. Success is easy, but so is neglect. I want to drop these nuggets on us real quick, and then we're going to talk about it.
I'm sorry, I was just looking at the...
So, people often ask me how I became successful in a 6-year period of time, while most of the people I knew did not. The answer is simple. The things I found to be easy to do, they found to be not easy to do. I found it easy to set the goals that could change my life. They found it not easy to. I found it easy to read books that could affect my thinking and my ideas. They found it not easy to. I found it easy to attend classes and seminars to get paid around other successful people. They said it probably wouldn't really matter. If I had to sum it up, I wouldn't say that I found it easy to do. If I had to sum it up, I would say what I found easy to do, they found easy not to do. 6 years later, I'm a millionaire, and they're all still blaming the economy, the government, company policies, yet neglected to do the basic easy things. In fact, the primary reason most people are not doing well as they could and as they should can be summed up in one single word, and that word is neglect. It's not the lack of money. Banks are full of money. It's not the lack of opportunity in America. And much of the free world continues to offer more unprecedented opportunities and abundance. It is not the lack of opportunity. America and much more of the free world continues to offer the most unprecedented and abundant opportunities in the last 6,000 years of recorded history. It's not the lack of books. Libraries are full of books, and they are free. It's not the lack of schools. The classrooms are full of good teachers. We have plenty of ministers, leaders, counselors, and advisors. Everything we would ever need to become rich and powerful and sophisticated is within our reach. The major reason that so few take advantage of all that we have is simply neglect. Neglect. Neglect is like an infection. Left unchecked, it will spread throughout our entire system of disciplines and eventually lead into a complete breakdown of potentially joy-filled and prosperous human life. Not doing the things we know we should do causes us to feel guilty, and guilt leads us to an erosion of self-confidence. Right? Guilt kills, it ruins your self-confidence. Just like the other whole flock of evils: envy, jealousy, hatred, superstition, greed. As our self-confidence diminishes, so does the level of our activity. And as our activity diminishes, our results inevitably decline. As our results suffer, our attitude begins to weaken. As our attitude begins to weaken, the slow shift from positive to negative, our self-confidence diminishes even more. And on it goes. So my suggestion is that when giving the choice of easy to and easy not. Okay, yeah, it's hating on me. It was hating. Let me go to another spot. Alright, let me get y'all the rest of this power real quick. So, where was we at? Not doing the things we know we should do causes us to feel guilty, and guilt leads to the erosion of self-confidence. As our self-confidence diminishes, so does the level of our activity. As our activity diminishes, our results inevitably decline. As our results suffer, our attitude begins to weaken. As our attitude begins the slow shift from positive to negative, our self-confidence diminishes even more. And on it goes. So my suggestion is that when giving the choice of easy to and easy not to, that you do not neglect the simple, basic, easy, but potential life-changing activities and disciplines to your success, Jim Rohn. Right? And so that was a leaders or readers challenge. Leaders are readers. Pick up a book, record yourself reading 1 to 3 pages, challenging your timeline to do the same. Oh, wow. Okay. I have no idea how long my headphones were disconnected. So hopefully y'all were able to hear the message that I just read and the power words that we just got from Jim Rohn. But so like he was saying, it's easy to do and easy not to. Like, success is easy, but neglect is also easy. So how long will we wait? Like, how long will we neglect to correct our errors? How long will we wait to examine where our habits is going to get us? How long? Like, this is... Let me go back to it. He said, in fact, the primary reason most people are not... Alright. So, is it back? Okay. Alright, so yeah, they would... The connection... my bad, family. The connection was not... It was breaking up, so... The bottom line is... There's no savior coming for us. There's no savior coming for you. Like Jim Rohn said, he was hanging with a group of people. They were all complaining and blaming him the same things and the reasons why they weren't doing well. He got some new philosophies, practiced some new disciplines. He said it was easy for him to do that. Just do it, let it change his life. That was his philosophy towards it. The other people decided that they was going to get their better future by continuing to blame and complain about the things that they didn't like. 6 years later, he's a millionaire, and they're still doing the same things and blaming the same things. He said all he did was just practice a few simple disciplines. And that's all I'm doing. And that's all any one of the successful people that I've studied. And that's what you're doing. That's what you should be doing. But, you know, how long will you wait?
Is that the black tourmaline and cyanide? Yeah. Cyanide is really good organ.
How long will you wait? That's the question. Because action is the action holds everything together.